I sat on the bench yesterday and I did some deep thinking about what I would like to feel when I turn 50, which is going to be in 10 years. But I was really like, what could be the vibe for my 40s? What do I really want to enjoy in life? And looking back, I think my 20s were all about, achievement and building careers and grinding and hustling because I was still young and fresh. My 30s were more dealing with the consequences of that and dealing with the burnout and trying to undo all these processes and trying to still, I was still very obsessed with freedom and building, building things that help me have a good life. And I feel like towards the 40s right now, I think the word that I'm putting on this right now is just like wholeness. It's just being able to just work in the world without worries or anything, like just be, it's me, hello, I'm there, and have some extra moments of freedom, obviously, and still being able to enjoy what I do. And yeah, I think I've come down to a list of things that I would really want to feel. I'm going to share them with you. Maybe that inspires you, or maybe you can tell me, hey, you missed this. I'm already 40 and I know this is something you're going to want to add to this list. So let me know in the comments. But yeah, the first thing I really want to have as a vibe is really more reverence for time in general. I feel I've become more and more aware about the like I think it's a mortality thing. You get more aware that you're older, then you're gonna die at some point. It's maybe more obvious than when you're younger, and now it's more like really just really owning that. I think I've worked over the last few years with having very good boundaries, really making sure that I embrace ordinary days, and I'm really, like deciding what I want to put in a day to feel good about it. I feel I've already done that, but I feel there is a next level of really, really owning that and being like ruthless about how I spend my time, what I spend my time on, who I spend my time with, and just have this kind of like, no, doesn't work for me. Bye. I'm living it out. Let me enjoy the time that I have. And I feel also in that sense of time, it's also having like real presence in it, like really not going through a day rushing and being stuck in my head, but like having more appreciation for the time in general that I'm spending and being aware that today is a day and I'm going to live it and I'm going to appreciate the different moments and bring as much presence as possible. I feel this is a vibe I would really be satisfied if I turn 50, and if I make it there, and I can say yes, I've enjoyed the days a little bit more just by simply being more present. I think that would be a good thing for me. I'm also really thinking about making this next decade as a decade where I take chances, where I make mistakes, where I fall on my face even more. I think over the last decade, from 30, particularly from 35 to 40, I had to handle a lot of bad things, a lot of challenges, a lot of things that broke me in so many different ways, and also allowed me to kind of evolve as well. And it's like I can handle the worst. So if I take more chances, if I make more mistakes, it's fine. I'm just gonna still be okay. I know how to handle them. I have the systems, the mindset, the habits, the support I need to be able to move forward and just still, if I fall on my face, I'm still gonna stand up a few days later and I'm going to be back at it. So I think it's just like giving myself this permission to do even worse mistakes if I need to, or bad decisions or whatever it is, and just like knowing that I will just be fine and having this confidence in me, that yeah, I can handle it, and there is no reason why there should not be good things coming out of it either. So why not try? On the same range, coming also from the fact that I have to handle a lot of things recently. Um, I also want to have no walls. This is a word I was finding yesterday while I was sitting on that bench listening to the birds. Is that I feel that through the last few years I've been really broken open. Like I have learned to access a wider range of emotions. I've been able to like yeah, just go through a more extended version of me in that sense. And I feel this is partially it's a good thing. I think it's bringing me more aliveness. It helps me embrace the human experience with more nuances and with more yeah, with more colors maybe in general. So I feel this is something that I really want to keep going. That also means I have to handle the bad emotions, because I don't think you can just feel the good emotions at a high level of intensity and just everything else disappears. So I feel it's just like allowing myself to feel that, allowing myself to maybe also have more vulnerability about that, because there are probably more things that I need to feel, and just kind of just allowing them rather than resisting them or trying to pretend that I don't have any. I think this is where my brain used to be in my 20s. I was very like, rational. Nothing happens to me. I don't care. That things like this. I think this has changed, and I'm just learning to embrace it as well as part of humanity. So, yeah, if I have more emotions and good and bad, good and bad, hopefully the good as well, more often. But if I have this, then I will be able to move through the life with, again, a different appreciation about what it is. And yeah, with more vulnerability, it can also help with connection. So I think this is a good one. Talking about connection, I wish myself more love as well, more self-love, more love for pets, more love from human beings, more love for just life in general, more love for creativity, anything that is magic, that brings a bit of whimsy, that makes me feel that there is beauty in the world. All of this, I want to be able to feel it. So I think it's love in general in the world, in the big sense. Um, and with people as well, as I was saying. So maybe more connection is one of the level I want to go to for the next decade. So that's on my list, to be also more open to this, or like notice it when it happens, or just like evolving in the world with a more kind of open type of energy that can also bring that in. I'm being really good recently at attracting animals of all kinds, and they trust me even if they are wild animals. So I should be able to attract some good humans as well, is what I'm telling myself. But I think it comes from the way I show up in the world and the level of openness that I give to people in the way I communicate or in the way I behave. And yeah, this is something I want to bring more. And yeah, so universe, I'm open to more of this. And I also want to believe more in my power. This is one thing that it comes with what I was saying earlier about, I've learned a lot, I've been challenged a lot, and therefore, I know now that I can get things done. But it's also about confidence about who I am. Like the last few years, I made peace with the fact that I'm neurodivergent. I made peace with the fact that I am somebody who is skilled at many different things, and therefore I can do any job that I want. And there are like multiple facets of me, which I was always trying to explain to people in one good line. This is who I am. And now it's like, no, it's like I'm all these things, and that's me. That's me as a whole. This is who I am. And yeah, I'm bringing it out there, and I'm trying not to doubt that, or I'm trying to not explain myself to in different ways that actually are shrinking me. So I think there is a kind of like saying, okay, this is me. I know this inside. I have all the power. I have all the skills. I have all the confidence and things that I need. And now I'm working in the world with that. And I don't want the world to distract me or like throw me off my game. It's like, no, this is in me right now, and I'm bringing that. So I feel I want to really have this more like deeper connections, that I have a lot of power to offer, and that's in me, and it's not, nobody can take it away from me, and nothing can distract me from that. It's in me already. And just having it as a kind of a obvious, it's like, of course I am, of course I am a powerful person. Of course I believe in that, in everything that I can do. And just have it so obvious at the back of my mind that nothing throws me off my game, which is my one of my goals. Probably not realistic, but I think I would feel better if I walk the world differently like this. And I also want to have more detachment vibes. This is one of the things I'm working towards. It has already happened recently that I realize, I'm able more and more to handle uncertainty. I'm able to, I say, okay, this is what I want, and if things are not happening, I'm okay with it. Like I've been able to, yeah, really detach from the outcome, really having less and less expectations for people, for the world, for what needs to happen in my career. Having just more like, I'm trying things, and then whatever happens, and I'm just going to embrace that. Having like basically like more peace about what's happening, less resistance, less friction, less trying to push things, and just more faith in general in the universe. I think this is the vibe that I really want to bring. It doesn't mean I don't care or I don't get disappointed, but it's more like it's like I'm giving my best, and then I try to receive more what's happening, rather than trying to force things in different directions, and being really being really, it's more like masculine energy. I think it's more like the feminine side of me, like whatever happens, I'm doing my best, and I'm trusting that something is good is coming my way, and obviously something good is coming my way. There is no reason to doubt it. So yeah, that's another vibe. And the last thing I wish myself more for the next decade is to have more and more plot twists. I feel this has been an interesting chapter recently, and I actually call this chapter plot twist in my own, like where I write my goals and stuff like this. This period of time, I call it chapter 4 plot twist, and I'm still waiting for some more. I'm waiting for things that I don't see coming. I'm waiting for like the plot twist with the people or with the career, or just like tiny ones and big ones. But anything that still makes me feel that life is as things to offer that I would never have guessed and never have imagined myself. I feel, yeah, I'm ready for it as well. And I want to make sure that I keep this kind of curiosity and this kind of openness to whatever can happen as I move towards the 50s. And I don't want to turn into like a, like a unflexible old lady that is set in her ways. I don't want that. I just like, okay, be flexible, bring me some stuff that I don't know are going to happen, bring me the unexpected, and then I will deal with that, and I will continue making videos on YouTube talking about whatever random thing happened to me, and that will be a good way to use my time. So yeah, these are my vibe: having more reverence for time, having no walls, taking chances, more love, believing in my power, believing in whatever will happen without having attachment to the outcome, and just welcoming more plot twists. So I feel this represents quite well what I feel inside in some ways. I know it's a bit like spiritual or like I'd say like philosophical reflections there, but I feel this is this is what I want to bring with me as I turn 40 and as I move towards whatever age I can achieve. So yeah, I see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm officially 40, so I will see you on the other side of that. And if I forgot something on my list and you are like, yes, you also need to think about this for your 40s. This is the most amazing part of it. You don't know it yet, but that's going to happen to you. Just drop a message in the comment if you are already on that side of the 40s. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow for another video. Um, because I do video dailies until I turn 40. So tomorrow I'm 40, and then I will probably continue after that because I think it's a really good exercise, and it's really enjoyable to talk to people on the internet, and hopefully share some hope, or share some inspiration, or share some reflection that might also help you. So I see you on the other side tomorrow for another video.